Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Carta E-Rig Dab of the day. Today is Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. Or I should say, hello, good afternoon. So, today's topic is one that's very significant. Today's topic is special occasions. That's right. We all have them, no matter how we feel, no matter how bad we are, no matter what situation physically we are in or emotionally or mentally. Special things happen. They come in many forms. But I want to discuss a variety of things relating to special occasions that many of us might not bring to front of mind. Special occasions can mean anything that is significant, different, involves a lot of people, and puts the spotlight on you, let's say. And it's not necessarily a special occasion about you. Let's give you a couple of examples what I'm talking about. A surprise. Somebody like Mrs. Stoner has you in a car going for a local dinner. All of a sudden, surprise, you're going to Manhattan. What do? You've had no preparation. You've had no ability to get yourself emotionally, physically ready. You might not have brought the things you needed to bring, whether they're medical, medicine, support systems, whatever they are, or comfort systems. What do? Do you say no? In fact, I encourage us all to go with the flow as much as you can. But you must remember, you have to get back. Now, special occasions, let's talk about special occasions. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, confirmations, big birthday parties, Father's Day, Mother's Day, holidays like that. They're all special. Special if they involve you or your family directly. What do? Well, I'm going to give you the big example, and I'm going to get personal. My little girl, my baby, my daughter, is getting married next Friday, the 2nd of August. Very exciting time, but a very nervous and stressful time. And it ramps up as you get closer. What do? I've had a tremendous amount of time to prepare. 6 months, 9 months, whatever the period of time, I have a lot of time to prepare. But sometimes you can't, because this is a day-by-day existence when you're in chronic intractable pain and you're trying to suppress it. Weddings. You're going to be in front of a lot of people. I haven't been in front of a lot of people in 6 years. You're going to need to be dressed up. I'm going to be wearing a suit. I don't own a suit that fits anymore. I had to go out and get a custom suit made and a custom shirt made and an extra custom pair of pants made and 2 polos made because nothing fits, nothing was appropriate for me to be at my daughter's wedding walking her down the aisle. So what did I do? I had months to prepare. So certain special occasions, you can line up all the things you need to do to prepare. But don't get sidetracked. Example, the Rolling Stones concert. I bought Mrs. Stoner and I tickets for a June performance at the Meadowlands because it's her favorite thing. Somehow I was going to make it. Well, guess what? Now it's the night before my daughter's wedding. I can't go because you've got to make a decision. Remember we talk about what you need to do, have to do, want to do? Well, the concert's way on the list of want. Wedding is way on the list of need and have to do. So you have to make those decisions, those hard decisions. But let's go forward more. Wedding 6-7 hours plus the daytime stuff. How about all the standing, even with a cane? So what do? Well, I've got to make a plan. I've got to make a wedding plan. Not the wedding planner, but a wedding plan. Because here's the biggest thing we're all going to face on special occasions, especially if we know about them in advance. Ready? Fear. Fear. I'll say it again. Fear. Who in our situation wouldn't fear 6 to 7 hours on your feet, interacting with 100 people, trying to look the best you've ever looked for your daughter, all while living in chronic intractable pain? How does that happen? How will that happen? I'm going to get the first haircut I've gotten in months. How? How? Well, there's an old saying. When the question is asked, the little boy asks Daddy, how does a whale get eaten by a little shark? Answer, one bite at a time, son. So how am I going to handle this situation? The wedding, which I'm afraid of, and I'm confessing it. One bite at a time. I got my clothes on order. I'm going to pick them up tomorrow. I got a haircut I set up for Friday. I can't even sit in a barber's chair. It hurts me too much, but I'm getting it. These are things in preparation for the onslaught of what I expect to be a lot of sweat, and stress next week. Because as it gets really close, it's going to get more real for me, the dad, and I'm sure it's going to affect me differently than it is right now. The excitement will turn into more fear. Most of the time when you have a wedding, I would expect you're happy, you're scared, there's a little fear, apprehension. What we have to contend with is our bodies. Put the mind aside for a second. Our bodies. So what I'm afraid of is that my body won't let me do it. I'm afraid of a bout of horrible pain that morning. But I am dealing with it. I am dealing with it by lining everything up that I can in advance of those 2 days. Thursday's the family dinner. People start arriving. Friday's the wedding. I have to have everything buttoned up by a week from today. Buttoned up to the point I know what medicine I'm taking that day. I know what medication I'm taking that day. I need to have it laid out so I'm less afraid. So here's what this means for a special occasion. Let's wrap this up. You must prepare in advance of a special occasion if it's not a surprise. If it's a surprise, all bets are off and you're going to have to deal with the aftermath. But if you have the ability to deal with a special occasion in advance, you must go through the proper procedures so you don't get effed up. You must lay out what the worst case scenario is and be prepared for it. You must lay out all the things you need to do to take the pain to a level you can manage for those 2 days, and especially the 7 or so hours of the wedding. But this is about any special occasion. Remember, I listed them before. So remember, everybody, this is not just me having a wedding. This is an example of somebody in my situation functioning with other people in a major way. What do you think of that one? I'm hopeful and excited that I'm going to be able to do it. I hope people say, wow, Senior Stoner, you look great. I would love people to say that about me. They don't know what's going on inside. They don't have to. But I want to put together the image of wonderful for my lovely daughter. Let's take our dab. Today we're using Applejack Distillate, which, by the way, I'm going to be making into an edible very shortly. I'm going to be going back on the edible hunt, making my own. Cheers. And here comes the dab train. And get on it. And don't forget the most important part about today's discussion. You can do anything you want to do Go on any special occasion you think you can do. But you must prepare. You must set out steps of preparation and get it done in order to maximize your ability to survive, not just enjoy. This is the Real Senior Stoner, hoping that we're all able to go to a special occasion. Cheers.